Anyway, no, he doesn't.
Well, this morning we're continuing our look at some big flops in business.
But these weren't just any failures. These failures came from big names that had a previous record of success. Apple's modern-day devices like the iPad and the iPhone are loved and popular across the entire world, and a massive success for the company, but not everything that they did was a success. One case in point is the Apple Newton, also known as the Newton Messagepad. This large PDA-type device was released in 1993. Now, one big feature on the Newton was handwriting recognition.
Never heard of it. However, this technology didn't work quite as planned, often turning words into something completely different or even words into numbers. I guess like autocorrect in early stages. Later models did improve the handwriting technology somewhat, but the Newton Messagepad never caught on as Apple's later devices would, although it does have some dedicated fans to this day.
Wow, I gotta get my Messagepad out.
Yeah, I'm a big Newton
21
fan.
years later.
Well, football is one of the most popular sports in the U.S., of course, with college and professional games drawing massive audiences in person and on television.
That's right, and in 2000, World Wrestling Entertainment President Vince McMahon wanted to combine pigskin with the more extreme feel of his successful WWE, so he started my favorite league of all time, the XFL. I'm just kidding, I didn't really care for this, but the separate league promised a different kind of football with fewer rules.
Oh, that's a winner.
Excuse me. Trash-talking announcers, fewer penalties, scantily dressed cheerleaders, and a more extreme feel overall.
I can see why you like this call.
Well, the cheerleaders. TV ratings for the XFL started off pretty high, but began to slip quickly. In fact, Alabama even had their own team, the Birmingham Thunderbolts, complete with popular personalities Rick and Bubba being the team's radio announcers.
In the end, the XFL folded after just one season, ending with a rating that was, at the time, the lowest ever for any primetime over-the-air news sport broadcast in the U.S.
And however, though, the XFL does have one lasting legacy. It introduced in-game interviews of coaches and players. Now it's commonly done in sports broadcasts to this day.
I didn't know that. Well, join us tomorrow as we continue our week-long look back at more big names that had big flops. Chris Havley has another look at your forecast that's surely not going to be a flop coming up.
No, absolutely not. And remember, the News 4 this morning is on Twitter. Every day we update our Twitter with links to stories we have on the morning show. So just make sure you follow us at Morning WTVY 4.